6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Malwarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The Gazette notification issued allowing COVID burials. The President says that the government is committed to introduce new technologies to increase its market share in the global economy. Paddy purchasing for this season is continuing smoothly. The Department of Registration of Persons will open today. Today marks Navam Full Moon Poya Day. In news overseas, EU urged to adopt corona vaccine passports. And those are the headlines. The extraordinary Gazette notification allowing the burial of bodies of COVID-19 victims has been published. The Gazette amends regulations made by the Ministry of Health under Sections 2 and 3 of the Quarantine and Prevention of Diseases Ordinance. It states that the regulations published in Gazette number 7481 of August 28, 1925 is further amended by the substitution of the words cremation of corpse with the words cremation or burial of the corpse. In the case of burial, the corpse of such person shall be buried in accordance within the directions issued by the Director General of Health Services at a cemetery or place approved by the proper authority. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa recently informed Parliament that permission will be granted for the burial of COVID-19 victims. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the government is committed to introduce new technologies to every sector to enable the country to increase its market share in the global economy. He said the government had established a separate Ministry of Technology with this objective, just as it had promised in its Vision of Prosperity policy statement. The President made this observation addressing the 15th Governing Council meeting of the non-aligned and other developing countries for science and technology on Zoom technology recently. The conference was organized by the National Science and Research Commission under the guidance of the Ministry of Technology and was held at the Milod Institute of Financial Studies in Colombo. Sri Lanka is chairing and hosting this year's conference, which was attended by delegates from 22 countries via Zoom technology. The Paddy Marketing Board says that the paddy procurement for this season is continuing smoothly in the districts. The board expects to purchase more paddy in March as more harvests come to the market. A kilo of paddy is purchased over 50 rupees at present. The government has decided to keep a strong buffer stock this year to control the price of rice. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Commissioner General Vianney Gunatilaka says that the Department of Registration of Persons will open today for the O-level students who did not obtain their national identity cards. He said the main office in Battaramula, including the branch offices in Gaul, Kurunagala, Vavuniya and Batticaloa districts, will be open today from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. This special service will be provided only for the students who sit for O-level exam this year. The Commissioner requested the candidates to submit their duly completed applications, get them approved by the respective school principal or Grama Niladhari. Education Minister Professor G.L. Pires says all measures have been finalized to conduct the GCE Ordinary level examination from March 1st to 11th, 2021. The GCE Ordinary level examination, which was earliest scheduled to be held from January 18th to 27th, was postponed, taking into account the spread of coronavirus in the country. Approximately 5,000 examination centers are required to conduct the GCE Ordinary level examination. And necessary funds have already been allocated for this purpose. Today marks the Navam Full Moon Poya Day. Buddhists across the country and over the world celebrate many significant events of the Buddhist calendar that take place on this day. Navam Full Moon has special significance for the Buddhists in Sri Lanka and in the world. the appointment of the two chief disciples of Gautama Buddha as Agrasharvaka, namely Sariputta and Moggallana, took place on a Navam full moon Poya day. Also, it is on a Navam full moon Poya day that the Buddha proclaimed for the first time a code of fundamental ethical concepts for the monks. It is also on a Navam full moon Poya day that Lord Buddha announced that Parinibbana would take place within 3 months. Many religious programs have been organized at temples and Buddhist centers in the island to mark this particular day. SLBC, National Service, broadcasts its monthly Poya program from the Mudiyangana Rajamaha Viharaya in Badulla. The Ministry of Health reports 464 new cases of COVID-19 reported in the country. Thus, the total number of cases reported in Sri Lanka has climbed to 81,933, while total recoveries stand at 76,961. 4,513 patients are currently under treatment for the virus, while the death toll from the virus is 459. The health authorities say all senior citizens above 60 years of age in Colombo Municipal Council area would be vaccinated with Oxford AstraZeneca within 14 days from tomorrow. The Department of Public Health at the CMC is preparing for the vaccination program. All those who are over 60 years of age should register soon by giving their names to the municipal councillors and public health inspectors. And that's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Sri Lanka categorically rejected the report presented to the United Nations Human Rights Council by the Office of High Commissioner for Human Rights, OHCHR, at the 46th session in Geneva and called on the members of the Council to reject any resolution based on the report. Sri Lanka rejects the High Commissioner's report, which has unjustifiably broadened its scope and mandate further, incorporating many issues of governance and matters that are essentially domestic for any self-respecting sovereign country, the Foreign Minister of Sri Lanka said in a statement. And that came to you in top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Watchflight, the Department of Pensions has instructed the government pensioners to forward their certificates of residency to the respective Grama Niladhari on or before March 31st. Those who fail to do so will not get their pensions from May. This is for the attention of the pensioners who have not yet certified their residency. And that came to you in Watchflight.
World News, brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Headlines: EU urged to adopt corona vaccine passports. Biden raises human rights in call with Saudi king. Violence flares as rival protesters clash in Myanmar. And those are the headlines. Greece and Austria are urging other EU states to adopt coronavirus vaccination passports, which could help revive Europe's stricken tourist industry. The idea of such a document, likely to be a certificate, would be to permit those who have been vaccinated to travel freely within EU. The proposal was put forward during a virtual discussion between EU leaders. US President Joe Biden has talked by phone with King Salman of Saudi Arabia as he seeks to put relations with America's old ally on a new footing. He affirmed the importance the US places on universal human rights and the rule of law, the White House says. Mr. Biden made the call after reading a forthcoming US report into the murder of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The report, due to be released shortly, is expected to implicate the king's son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Supporters of Myanmar's military have tussled with anticoup protesters as turmoil over the ousting of the country's elected government spills into the streets. Myanmar has been jolted by unrest since the military seized power in a coup on 1st February. Since then, mass protests have been seen across the country, with many calling for a return to democracy. And that's World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In development news, Cultivating Sea Cucumber was promoted recently in the Iranethivu Seas. Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Minister Douglas Devanda participated in the promotion program. The minister entrusted 1 acre of sea area to each of 83 fishermen for cultivating sea cucumber on this occasion. And that came to you in development news. And in sports, India on Thursday completed an emphatic 10-wicket win over England in their day and night test in a rare victory inside 2 days. Spinner Exar Patel took 11 wickets over 2 innings as India outplayed their rivals in all departments to take 2-1 lead in their 4-match series. Rohit Sharma hit a 6 to see India to their meager second innings target of a 49 without losing a wicket in the world's highest cricket stadium in Ahmedabad. And spinners ruled the contest, claiming 28 out of 30 wickets that fell on the final day. And that came to you in sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
A Crimson Bakery recently opened a standalone bakery outlet at the University Hospital, Kothalawala Defence University, Burlesque. The new Crimson Bakery caters to the University Hospital's medical staff, patients, defence staff and other customers with its unique Crimson brand style associated with features which are exclusive to Laughs Group. And that's Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Sri Lanka is committed to meet its debt servicing obligations and is in talks with some foreign governments and multilateral institutions on its finances, and the central bank governor said recently. The foreign reserves a tumbling currency and rising debt levels have dogged Sri Lanka over the last year, leading to increasing fears of a default. Governor W.D. Lakshman told a panel organized by the Sri Lankan think tank the country was in talks with several bilateral and multilateral institutions, including foreign governments and central banks, regarding financing. And that's economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, in the weather report, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in southern province and in Ratnapura and Monoragala districts during the evening or night. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in central, Sabarakamu, Uva and western provinces and in Gaul and Mathura districts during the morning hours. Before we wind up this news podcast, let's look at the main points once again. The Gazette notification issued allowing COVID burials. The President says that the government is committed to introduce new technologies to increase its market share in the global economy. Paddy purchasing for this season is continuing smoothly. The Department of Registrations of Persons will open today. Today marks Navam Full Moon Poya Day. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.